Welcome back to another episode of Exploring Harry Potter. I hope you find the topic of this video both intriguing and entertaining. It's well known what Lord Voldemort did once he started attending Hogwarts and from then on. Who is Tom Riddle? Not Voldemort. Tom, the child. What happened when he was at the orphanage for over 10 years? And did it influence his future? Was he destined for evil? You are the most impressionable when you are a child. What happens then shapes and molds who you are and who you'll be as a teenager and an adult. Tom was born in an orphanage by a witch who would not even use magic to heal herself or leave anything of value to her son. All she did was name him before she died. That's it. That was the extent of her mothering instinct. Her heartbreak was worth more than her child. Tom Marvolo Riddle. Riddle after his father, Marvolo after hers. Regardless, he was abandoned by the Riddle family and the Gaunt family as well. However, it's not known if either were even notified of Tom's birth. Having his father's name, I assume someone would have at least sent him a letter. I'm under the impression that no one did, or if they did, no one replied or cared. Imagine being abandoned by your mother and two families just minutes after you were born. You know he hoped they would come for him. Day after day, year after year, every birthday he had was marked by his mother's death. Both became intertwined, and it would be that way for the rest of his life. Crying in a crib, no parent to soothe him, no one to hold him and rock him when he was sick, no one to celebrate when he learned to walk or speak. Having nothing made him angry, and he took it out on the other orphans, taking their possessions, bullying them, using magic on them. Only he didn't exactly know it was magic. Wherever he went, snakes would find him. I mean, as a toddler, that must have been frightening. All of these fucking snakes coming at you all the time. They sought him out. He learned he could understand them, that he could actually talk to them, and they'd do as he said. Dumbledore, when he came with the Hogwarts letter, was not promising. What the matron of the orphanage told Dumbledore, she made accusations, quite a few. No good deeds, no funny stories, no speaking of his good character or morals. Had he lost them already? Tom had hung another child's pet rabbit. Let that sink in. A child killing animals is a calling card for psycho and sociopaths. He wanted to make others hurt. Had the opportunity to show him a better way missed? He made bad things happen. He stole items from other children or anyone he came in contact with. When then Professor Dumbledore came to tell him he'd been accepted to Hogwarts since birth, Tom was afraid and convinced Dumbledore came to take him into an asylum. A man comes and tells you this fantastical story. Tom no longer believed in fairy tales. Yet when told, he didn't bat an eye. He immediately accepted that he was special. In his view, he already was better than everyone else. However, he did ask Dumbledore to prove it, showing he still doubted it. Is it because he had no one but himself? So if anyone were special, it had to be him. However, this argument fails. He never believed he was bad, despite being the only one who could be. He had to suppress any negative thoughts, words, and facial impressions for Dumbledore. He could tell it's not what Dumbledore wanted. So Tom morphed into the ideals that he could tell Dumbledore had and wanted. Act properly, the way he should. Tom would have done anything to get out of the orphanage. He was ready and willing to act the part, whatever it may be. His insistence on going to Diagon Alley alone surprised Dumbledore. He thought it was because Tom was independent, strong, but he's still only 11. I can make things move without touching them. I can make animals do what I want them to do without training them. I can make bad things happen to people who annoy me. I can make them hurt if I want to. A young Tom Riddle at the orphanage speaking to Dumbledore. How could any adult let a child go alone? At least for the first time? He'd be prey for some. Who knows what he saw, who he meant, what he learned? It maybe impacted him in a negative way even farther. By the time he got himself to King's Cross Station, it was too late. All he wanted to do is dominate and be the best. And he did just that. It makes me wonder if he would have been different if anyone, wizarding or not, came to see him. A visit once in a while. See if he's learning to walk. Send him a fucking birthday card. As wizards, how easy would that have been? It's the same inaction they gave Harry Potter. But as bad as the Dursleys were, Harry saw what a family was like. How the Dursleys treated each other, even if they didn't show it to him. Tom Marvolo Riddle might have stayed that way, not morphing into Lord Voldemort. He could have ended up being good. It is our choices that show us who we truly are, far more than our abilities. Albus Dumbledore.
Is this all real? Or is it just happening inside my head?
Of course it's happening inside your head, Harry. Why should that mean that it's not real?
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I truly appreciate it. If you liked what you saw, you can subscribe and most importantly, hit the notification bell so you won't miss an upload.